Welcome to Cooking Quickies. It's dinner time again. Today we're gonna cook something really basic, really common. It's fried rice. I'm gonna use smoked salmon, so it's gonna be the smoked salmon fried rice. Believe me, even for Taiwanese people, we eat fried rice growing up all the time. But it's still hard for us to control the quality of our fried rice. What makes a good fried rice is the rice has to be plump, chewy, and individual. And every time when you're trying to make it plump, it's easy to make it too wet. Sometimes when you are trying to make it chewy, it will make it too sticky. Then the grain won't be individual. How do you make a good fried rice then? That's right. That's why ChiaChia's here, because I, again, have a pet bowl for you. Are you ready? Let's get started. First, we're gonna break apart our smoked salmon. This makes it easier to saute later. Here is my pet bowl. It's the egg to the rescue. Just like my pan-fried fish. And I told you, I'm egg connoisseur. I can use egg for anything. Back to the fried rice. So you beat up the egg and then mix it with the rice. So the egg becomes this protectant shield outside of each individual grain. So when you saute your rice, you won't be able to see that there is egg in there, but with that shield, the grain will be separated individually, perfectly, and it will make sure the moisture stays inside the grain, so your fried rice is what? Plump, and what? Chewy, and what? Individual. So what kind of rice do we use? So I like to use the cooled cooked rice. You can leave it in the fridge overnight, that will be awesome. To mix the egg with the rice, I like to use a glove and a big container. So it makes everything easier and it's less messy. First, we're gonna beat up the egg, and then we're gonna put the rice in the container and then pour the egg mixture on top of the rice. And then you mix it well. You wanna dig in there and make sure that the egg mixture is coated on top of all the grains. And see, this is why I'm using a glove, because otherwise it's gonna be so messy. Now I'm done mixing the rice. And I know you're gonna be thinking, oh my God, it's so wet, and you said wet is not good. Don't you worry, you're gonna see the magic happen. Now I chopped up my onion, my green onions, and break apart the salmon. Before all the action happens, I'll break and beat up the other two eggs first for later use. Now everything is ready. We're ready to rock and roll. Now the pan is heated up really well. I'm gonna start putting in oil. But right now I just need about a couple tablespoons. And now I'm gonna put in my onion. Saute it until it's soft and translucent. Now I'm gonna put in my smoked salmon. I like to saute it first so that it's actually infused the whole oil in the pan, so later the fried rice will be so flavorful. Now I broke apart the salmon really well, and I am about to put them aside. And then I'm gonna add a little bit oil in the center, and then I'm gonna put in my fried rice. The fried rice right now still looks a little wet. Of course, you can use any other protein. You can use chicken, you can use pork, but I like my smoked salmon because I like it fancy that way. Now the rice is getting drier, and you can see everything is not too wet, and it's very perfectly individually plump. Look at this, you won't be able to tell that there is egg in the rice. Now turn the heat low, and I'll push the rice on the side. Put in 2 tablespoons of oil and put in the egg. I'm gonna saute the egg here. When it's about 80% done, I'm gonna mix it in with the rice and break it apart. It's up to you whether you wanna leave the egg a big chunk or small pieces, however you like it. Now, I have something to make it extra yummy. It's the Maggi. Or you can use soy sauce, but I like Maggi better with the smoked salmon. Now we're gonna season with some salt. Make sure you mix it well. It's terrible when you have to eat a big chunk of salt in your mouth. And last but not least is green onions. And you're done! Wow, look at this fried rice. Oh, this smells so good. Can't wait to try it. Oh my goodness. So delicious. The smoked salmon is so good with fried rice. I bet you've never tried it. Kids are hungry. Gotta serve dinner right now. But before I go, remember to like, subscribe, follow, and share. It sounds like a lot of things, but it's not, okay? Just click, 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 click. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. What are you doing? I need it for a picture. I need to take photo.
Sorry.
Darn. How is it then? Do you love me?